Dan D. Federicis of Saratoga Report, and I'm here with George Ehinger, an old friend and someone who's maybe new to some of you anyway, because George, for the first time ever, he's a new face in Saratoga Springs politics. He's running for Saratoga Springs County Supervisor. George, welcome to Saratoga Report. How are you doing, and how is the campaign trail going for you?
Well, I'm doing great, Dan. Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here today. The campaign trail is interesting, something to learn every single day. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm meeting a lot of new people and learning a lot of ins and outs of county politics and city politics, and really excited to serve.
Great, thank you. And I want to talk to you about the difference there in a minute. But first, for those that don't know you well, you've been around the city for a pretty long time. Plenty know you, but not everybody does. Could you kind of do a little bit of your bio and tell how you who was Georgia Ehinger and how you got to the Spa City?
Sure. Well, I'm a 20-year resident of the city, which I know makes me a carpetbagger to a lot of people, but to me, it's the longest place I've ever lived, and I'm not leaving anytime soon. This is the greatest place in the world. I've lived in some really awesome cities: New York, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco, which is where I met my wife, and we came here from there. Um, my experience with Saratoga, as soon as I got here, I realized two things. Number one, the citizens are so generous. Uh, there's so many nonprofits and people involved and great things going on here that you can't help but get sucked in. Um, I wouldn't say I got sucked in, but I quickly volunteered to be on the board of Saratoga Plan and later the board of the Sobro Conservancy. And I've also been a member of the board of uh, or excuse me, a mentor at Saratoga Sponsor Scholar, and now on the board of the Rotary Scholarship Foundation. Those four things kind of show my real commitment to those things that matter to me, one of which is open space and making sure that this is a beautiful environment for us to live, work, and raise our children. And the other one is our ability and my desire to help those who are less fortunate, um, and really lift up the young people who are the future of the city and the country.
I got to say, and I should disclose, this is sponsored content, but this is genuine when I say you as a candidate are just absolutely terrific. You're just reasonable. You're very moderate. You're open space. Mentoring, and that's genuinely George. As long before you were a candidate, you were doing these things. I've been here almost 20 years myself, and I've known you for close to 15, and that is you. And I love that about you. You are a terrific candidate, George.
Great. Well, thanks, Dan. The other thing I was going to say that I learned when I arrived here, I quickly learned that there's an amazing amount of partisan bickering for the size of this city. I mean, it was going on in 2005 when Tammy and I moved here and we attended our first mayoral debate. And it shocked me. And I really sought out politicians that I felt were able to bridge the divide. One of those was Matt Beach, who is frankly sponsoring me, if you will. Yes, he is endorsing me, but he's also been helping me every step of the way in this campaign. Another person is Scott Johnson, who brought calm to the city meetings. And Matt McCabe, rest his soul, was a phenomenal city politician who insisted on running as an independent, wouldn't run with a party label. And those three guys are the type of people that I think represent what local politics should be. That is to say, that we seek out solutions without worrying about party affiliation.
I like that, and I think you told me in the past that if you liked Matt Veach and his knowledge and reasonableness, they're going to like you as well.
Yeah, it was really interesting when Matt decided to not run. I gave him a phone call, and I said, Matt, I don't know. Do you think I could fill your shoes? And he said, you were the best possible person that I know. And I've known Matt for 20 years. He goes, I think you're the best person I know with a reasonable attitude that is going to listen more than I talk and seek solutions um, via collaboration as opposed to any party affiliation or trying to come in with the right answer all the time.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And we touched on this a little bit. City Hall is not the county. You're running for a county seat. Although there is a close interaction with the city council, the county supervisor attends all the council meetings and so forth. Obviously, there's a hand in glove kind of feeling there, but it is a separate body. It is a separate government. Do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, that's a great point and a great question, Dan. Um, the representatives, the county supervisors, represent their cities to the county. The county has a budget right now of roughly $430 million. And there will be 23 of us from 21 municipalities at the county level trying to come up with solutions for the county, which include things like open space, trails and open space, public safety, homelessness is a very big one, and what time the bars get to close. There's certain laws that the county makes that the city can't even control. So it is a matter. I tell people it's like you're electing a congressman um, to represent you in Washington. In this case, you're electing a supervisor to represent you at the county level. And I think that the thing that you really want there is a person that's going to be able to build and forge relationships with the other supervisors. I've done a lot of work towards that already.
And you and I were speaking the other day, and you talked about the diversity of the municipalities, mostly the towns, from Clifton Park up to the ones at the foot at the in the Adirondack Blue Line Park up by Sacandaga, right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that I was frankly shocked to learn that there's 21 municipalities in the county. So right bordering us, we've got Greenfield and Wilton and Malta um, and Milton, and but the lesser known ones are Day and Providence and Galway, and uh, these small municipalities they rely on, say, the sheriff more. They don't have their own police department, a lot of them. So they rely heavily on what the county provides in terms of sheriff funding and things along those lines. And those are the types of things you need to meet with these supervisors, understand what else they need at the county level. And that allows you to then start to collaborate and say, hey, okay, you need that, and I need this. And to me, this is homeless funding and closing these bars before 4 a.m.
So those are two things. Obviously, you'll be looking at should you get elected starting in January. Your term would start in January. Those are two things that will be at the top near or at the top of your list.
Oh, absolutely. And you're right. The term doesn't start till January, but frankly, I've already met with the chairman of the county. His name is Phil Barrett. He's out of Clifton Park. Um, I've had multiple long one-on-one meetings with him. Steve Bolger, who's the county administrator, basically implements a lot of what the supervisors vote on. These guys I actually consider friends already, and we've discussed these issues, and I'm going to be ready to hit the ground running on day one because of the relationships I've forged, not just with them, who are the most influential people at the county, but also with other people like the supervisors from our neighboring towns.
Well, and you've explained so well how important these relationships are that you already have. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's like you're ready to hit the ground running. And folks, early voting has already started. George, again, I've known him for a long time. He's a terrific candidate. And there are two county supervisors that you can vote for. You don't have to vote for two, but you can vote up to two. Correct, George?
That's right. There's three of us on the ballot, and the top two vote getters will advance. When you look at your ballot, you will see the opportunity to vote for two. You don't have to. You can choose your favorite and let the other two fight it out.
Yes, and you've been campaigning really energetically. You've been hitting neighborhoods. Have you worn out a pair of shoes yet?
um, they're getting tired for sure.
That's great. I think I talked to you the other day. I think you were down over in Geyser Crest. You're hitting all corners of the city and right in the middle. So
Yeah.
I commend you for really a hands-on campaign or a feet-on campaign, as it say be. I like when a candidate knocks at my door, even if I might disagree with him from the get-go, him or her. I will respect that person immensely just for doing supporting democracy and enhancing the process by going door to door and hey, let's talk about the issues. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it's really funny. Everybody I talk to says, you got to knock on doors. You're going to hate it. You got to do it. And I go out and do it. And I actually really like it. Um, I've had a couple doors closed in my face because of party affiliation, but that's up to those people. But by and large, when I get a chance to engage with someone, I learn new things. I learn about their lifestyle, about the challenges that they have as individuals. And I get more and more energized the longer I go. I just don't have enough time in the day to get to do it as much as I'd like.
And that reminds me. I'm glad you brought this up. I didn't have it in my notes here. You're running. You're on two lines. Probably the most important one to you, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but a very important one is the One Saratoga line, right? Do you want to talk about that?
No question. One Saratoga has a mantra of city over party. And I'll be honest, Dan, there was two things that I kind of said to Matt when I was strongly considering this. I said, number one, if I don't have your endorsement, Matt, I'm not going to do it. And number two, if I don't get the endorsement of One Saratoga, I'm not going to do it. One Saratoga is so impressive to me in that they have identified and are backing candidates, three Democrats, three Republicans, and an independent. And they are choosing these candidates based on their belief in the way that these candidates will handle partisanship and bickering and just tone down the unnecessary noise that happens at City Hall. And I think it's fantastic. And I really do appreciate them.
That's great. George, thanks for coming here today. We're going to do this again, right? We're going to get maybe a little more in depth on one or two issues. Do this again probably within a week. But since early voting's here, maybe even later this week, we'll get something more out there. But this was a great introduction. People, not everyone's going to agree with me, but I think a lot of people will know. Well, now I know why Dan thinks George is such a terrific candidate. This was a great 14 minutes here. So thank you for joining me.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Dan. I really appreciate it. And the true early voting starts on starts October 25th. So
My mistake. Okay.
Vote for George.
Excellent, George. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.